there is some serious power on the mats, right?
So, as you can see in the blue gi, Rodrigo Martins. In the white, Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo, 6'4", 280 pounds. His nickname, the Man Mountain, quite fitting, I would say.
Absolutely.
Rodrigo Martins isn't exactly the very well-known competitor. He's not like a superstar by any means. However, very, very tough black belt. Been competing for a very long time at the highest level. We've seen him compete and go head-to-head with guys in the ultra heavyweight division at tournaments such as Worlds
and definitely had a great showing. Had a couple dominant matches coming into the finals today.
Yeah, he did. The thing is about pretty much any ultra heavyweight in the division over the last 5 years has been completely overshadowed by that very notable presence of Marcus Buchecha Almeida, right?
Right.
And this is now the opportunity for a brand new generation to make their mark as Buchecha moves to MMA. And look at this, Victor Hugo.
Wow.
Very fast guard passing, jumping over the side. Good recovery there from Rodrigo Martins, but
that was
Victor
a very
Hugo,
near pass.
this is only now he's going into his second year, I want to say, as a just over 2 years as a black belt. He was promoted in middle of 2018, I want to say, and
I think might have been middle of 2019, no? Because then he went to Nogi Worlds in December. Yep.
2019, just over 2 years ago, and since then, he's risen through the ranks, and everybody looks at him now as the potential king of the ultra heavyweight division, right? That's a position that was left vacant by the departure of Marcus Buchecha, and somebody has to fill those shoes. And I'm not so sure that anybody will ever be able to reach the same heights that man did, but there's an opportunity for somebody to make their mark, and Victor Hugo is very eager to be that person.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen that happen a lot, gi and no gi, since his black belt career started a couple years ago. And a couple of near pass attempts here, but Rodrigo Martins had a little bit of lasso action. What's interesting is he doesn't seem to be setting up any particular guards, but still has very great guard retention with someone so big trying to smash on top. But now both of these knees pinned together, a little bit face down for recovery's sake, and a little guillotine action here from the
Now that's nice,
and
I have to say that I haven't seen too much of that this weekend, and I often wondered why, when people are moving around the guard and trying to get the top control, why they weren't controlling the head and the neck a little bit more in the opportunity, because it's not easy to choke somebody with the guillotine in the gi, right?
Right, and but I do believe that there's a little bit of an exaggeration of like the idea that it's impossible, right? And even if people are not finishing guillotines as much in the gi, this threat is still the important part, because the threat leads to the back, the threat leads to the pass, right? So we still need to have that dilemma of creating multiple negative options that my partner has to choose from. And I think that's what we're seeing here with Victor. We don't know if he's going to finish, but he does look to be getting ready to maybe sit through to the closed guard if he feels that it's tight enough, or potentially move to the back.
Still hanging on to this kind of front headlock position is Victor Hugo. He's got the arm around the neck, and he's got the arm in as well. So
looks
could
like
be dropping for the choke, actually. He could be looking for it, but now.
And to the back, but right out of bounds. So the reset will be interesting here. He gets an advantage.
They actually let him keep going.
Excuse me, they're still going.
Now there's the stoppage as they go
into
the table. So far, Victor Hugo's mobility is just so remarkable, that a man his size can move the way he moves, right? He hops from side to side.
I think that's one of the things that really sets him apart in this division, is the size combined with the mobility. Just like you're saying, it's a little unorthodox. We don't always see, the brambles, the K guard, the lapel game.
Inversions,
Exactly.
Now
goes right into
closed guard.
And is only leading by a narrow 2-advantage lead here with 5:40 left in the match, but I think has been dictating majority of the pace.
Yeah, 2 advantages on the board so far. Let's see what Victor Hugo can do from here.
Interesting attempt to open the closed guard this way from Ribeiro. With someone with such long legs, can be very, very difficult to do this sort of like Sao Paulo style passing to open the guard. Usually we see standing up to open the guard, especially if the person has a lot longer legs than you do. But again, you know, at the same time, to be considered, those legs are heavy, right? Standing up in the closed guard is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
But he's starting to get some smarter grips here on top, getting a left hand on the collar, right hand in the armpit here. And we do see a lot of closed guard attacks from Victor Hugo too, so I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some submission attempts here, or maybe a climb to the back. He's starting to shift that guard around. I think that definitely is a little bit of Zhangji's style. You know, one of his mentors and professors kind of coming around to the side. I think Zhangji calls it, what is it? He calls it the side guard? Yeah. So not a surprise to see that.
That straight up sleeve drag, crossing the arm across the center line from this closed guard opens up so many possibilities from the bottom, but slowing things down a bit here with this closed guard is Victor Hugo. He just explores the opportunities against Martins. But Martins is amazing that he hasn't conceded any points so far, his ability to recover the guard. But now we see a much better control. Victor Hugo's got that hand far across the center line. The next step is to try and get the elbow across the center line and start moving around to the back.
Martins has a very strong awareness of his positioning, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like anytime there is any crossing of Victor's center line, he is recentering himself. He's posting that leg to kind of regain his posture and square back up, trying to stay as square as possible. So we don't see a whole lot of, you know, offense as far as opening the guard, but there's a lot going on in just staying safe. And staying safe in the closed guard can be exhausting, right? Even if you don't see all the little minute things happening. But now we see this cross-collar grip from Victor Hugo, just doing a lot of controlling of the posture, which is very strong. We may see a flower sweep attempt here, big flower sweep with the right grip.
Oh, beautiful work there. Coming around to the back is Victor Hugo. Not only does he get the sweep, but he gets the hooks in as well.
And he gets the 4 points here.
6-point move there for Victor Hugo.
The flower sweep is so effective. You can get to the mount, you can get to the open guard, you can take the back, and we saw a beautiful example
and he gets the finish as well.
The beautiful choke from the back.
Working on the neck is Victor Hugo. Gets the submission in the ultra heavyweight final and takes the gold medal here at Pans. Well, it took a while to crack through the defenses that Rodrigo Martins had, but once he hit that sweep and he was able to get into that dominant position, it was a rear naked choke across the jaw that was able to force the tap. What a win.
In your 2021 Pan Adult Male Black Belt Ultra Heavyweight Champion is Victor Hugo Costa Marquez.
Huge win there for Victor Hugo, a submission in the final of the ultra heavyweight division. It's a shame we didn't see him compete in the absolute. He had his reasons to focus just on the weight class this time, but an emphatic way to win and a very memorable first Pan black belt gold medal for the Man Mountain.
The medalist for the Adult Male Black Belt Ultra Heavyweight Division. In third place, Elton Jose.
Yeah, I think that guillotine control is really
There's
nice.
the beautiful flower sweep and good defense by
Look at that
Martins,
right hand
but
on the belt. That was the key there to kind of continue swinging himself over the top.
And then this top position, oh man, big squeeze there. That's a big man to have on top of you in that position as well. Oof.
Absolutely. Gonna head over to the podium over here. We got our top four.
The champion Victor Hugo